Well, it's time now for a look at some of the day's business news, and for that I'm joined in the studio by France 24's Cole Stangler. Hi, Cole.
Hey, Axie.
You're starting with the rather successful IPO of a popular Chinese video app.
That's right. It's known as Kuaishou, a rival to the better-known platform TikTok. The firm had an initial public offering of some $5.3 billion in Hong Kong, while shares have spiked around 160% on its first day of trading. Kuaishou is one of China's most well-known video apps, counting around 300 million daily users. Especially popular in some of the country's smaller cities, but also in more rural parts of China, where it's used for group chats and for messaging. The tech sector has faced growing scrutiny from the Chinese government in recent months, but investors here apparently shaking off those concerns. Let's take a look now at some of the day's trading action. The major Asian indexes in largely positive territory so far to close out the week. The Hang Seng up nearly 1% in Hong Kong, led there by Kuaishou. Investors also welcoming the drop in unemployment claims in the U.S. Shares on the Nikkei up around 1.5% there. Now, despite the frenzy around GameStop we've been following calming down, social media proving it can still move markets. As you can see there, the price of Dogecoin has seen a spike after a positive tweet from Elon Musk. The cryptocurrency founded in homage to a popular internet meme, now trading at around 5 American cents. Now, it had been up more than 50% after that tweet from Elon Musk, still, though, up more than 15% over the last 24 hours.
Shifting gears a little bit here in France, investors are waiting for the annual results of pharmaceutical giant Sanofi.
Yeah, those will be coming later today, but the company has been catching fire as of late. Yesterday, unions led protests outside the firm's offices and labs, criticizing job cuts and Sanofi's long-term strategy. Ellen Gainsford has more.
White lab coats and white-hot rage. These protesters are angry at Sanofi's plans to cut more jobs. 400 research and development posts are currently on the line.
On veut qu'ils retirent leur plan de restructuration, bien évidemment, et qu'on discute autour de la table d'un développement de l'emploi, d'embauche et d'investissement pour une R&D et pour des affaires industrielles qui permettent de soigner les gens.
French unions accuse Sanofi of poor strategizing. Over the last 20 years, the company has put less money into research, while its competitors have invested massively. According to the CGT union, the company has halved its research staff since 2008. Instead, Sanofi has focused on producing pharmaceuticals. That's medicinal drugs, which account for more than 70% of its annual turnover, while its vaccine program is worth less than 16%. For its part, the pharma giant confirmed to France 24 it plans to invest 6 billion euros in research and development over the next 3 years, and is continuing discussions with unions regarding planned restructuring. Sanofi's COVID vaccine, under development with GlaxoSmithKline, won't be available until at least next year. In the meantime, the company will produce its rivals' products, with plans to manufacture the Pfizer-BioNTech vaccine from April.
Now, in the meantime, Cole, talks in the US are continuing over an economic relief plan.
And the proposal on the table now would include another round of so-called stimulus checks. Those are cash payments pegged at $1,400 to millions of Americans. But as Democrats seek to win Republican support, there's reportedly talk of further restricting eligibility for those checks, targeting them to lower-income individuals. Either way, Democrats insist they're committed to a large relief plan. Earlier this week, the House approved a budget bill that would pave the way for Democrats to approve new stimulus without Republican support if necessary.
We want to save lives and save livelihoods. It's going to cost some money to do so, but it is a good investment. And don't take it from us, whether you're talking about the chairman of the Fed, the Secretary of the Treasury, Mark Zandi, other economists have said, even the governor of West Virginia has said, go big rather than go small.
And finally, one of the world's largest beer conglomerates is pulling out of Myanmar after the country's coup d'etat. Japanese giant Kirin says it's ending its partnership with a firm linked to the Burmese military. It says it was, quote, deeply concerned by its recent actions. Kirin is one of the world's biggest beer producers. It owns firms like San Miguel and has a stake in Brooklyn Brewery in the U.S. The move has already been applauded by the human rights group Justice for Myanmar. Haxie, though, they're also calling for more action, calling on the international community to impose more targeted sanctions on Myanmar's military businesses.
Okay, Cole Stangler with a look through the day's top business news. Thank you very much.